3, 2, 1. What up? What's happening, everybody? My name is Charles Blades, and I need more energy today. One. What up? What's happening, everybody? My name is Charles Blades, and this is the Current Gaming Podcast, episode number 28. I am joined by Cheyenne Clark. How's it going?
Hello, how are you?
And David Morgan. How's it going, buddy?
Going all right. The rain's got me low energy.
Yeah, it's raining here.
It's raining.
I don't like the rain. People say they like the rain.
I like overcast, but when it starts raining, I'm like, just fuck off.
Oh, rain is so good.
Too much.
I love it.
Sucks. Unless it's warm. If it's okay and it's, I can deal.
I bless the rains in Africa.
Yeah.
It's a good song.
Yeah, that's a quality song.
You
But
did it.
I had to Google the lyrics to make sure it was I bless the rains. is why I wasn't talking for a second.
I see you.
We got a cool show for you this week. We're gonna be talking about Marvel Heroes Omega. See, like when I do this like little buffer thing, I try to pick stories that like aren't the first one or aren't the biggest one. But like there's like two big stories, and that's like isn't one, and like that's most of the show. So we're talking about Marvel Heroes Omega, and we're gonna be talking about GameStop. But first, we're gonna be talking about the thing everybody's talking about this week, which is Star Wars Battlefront 2 and its loot box conundrum.
Bum, 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 bum.
That was good. That was good. Dude, the price is right. A symbol of American exceptionalism.
Very good show.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, great show. So, if you haven't heard and you've been living under a rock, EA has loot boxes in their
I'm working on it.
Oh, did you notice it happened?
Yeah, it happened that time. We're having problems with it.
Yeah.
Okay, just keep going.
EA is having EA has loot boxes in Battlefront 2, and fans of Battlefront 2 are none too pleased about that. So I'm gonna read this story over here on Kotaku. It says Star Wars Battlefront 2's heroes are a little expensive to unlock. In responding to this criticism, EA outlined a major. So I don't know how to do this story because I'm reading this and I'm like, I know it's not true at this point. You know what I'm saying? So, but all right, I'm just gonna do the recap off the top.
Okay.
So basically, EA Battlefront 2 or Star Wars EA Battlefront 2. Jesus Christ. Star Wars Battlefront 2 is a game. Star Wars Battlefront 2 has an online mode. Star Wars Battlefront 2, as part of that online mode, had a progression system in which you could unlock different heroes. And that was very hard to do. So hard, in fact, that one player broke it down in like a Excel spreadsheet, which is David's good at, and found out that it would take 40 hours to unlock some of the better characters who, like, such as Luke Skywalker and Darth Vader. People were not happy about that. EA made a blog post about that and posted about that on Reddit. That Reddit post then became the most downvoted post in Reddit history. That was that's when everybody started talking about it.
Yeah.
So that happened. Then EA announced that, hey, we're gonna make these people. Rewind back to all this. It takes 44 hours or 40 hours to earn these players in game. You can also buy loot boxes and enable and unlock them that way, which is what a lot of people kind of feel like was the problem with this because it's very predatory and whatnot. So basically, EA then went on to say that the price of these heroes will be reduced by 75%. So Darth Vader, which used to cost 60,000 in-game credits, would now cost 15, and so on and so forth. Then people still were not happy about that because, rightfully so, I feel like it gets into kind of pay-to-win territory, and just you're adding grind in order to incentivize your players to pay extra for a game that's already $60. So basically, EA after that. Now, this is the latest news on Friday, has temporarily pulled microtransactions from Star Wars Battlefront 2, which comes after days of all this happening. Apparently, there was it's been reported by a few places, Disney apparently came down and said, hey, bro, like, you're fucking up our shit right now. Like, there's a Star Wars movie coming out next month. We can't have this bad press right now. So, like, yeah. So, this is before. So, all this stuff is all happening when this game is it's not an early access. I don't know what you would call it. Like if you pre-order it, you get the game like 3 days early or some shit like that. And so basically this is all happening before the game is available to anyone. So before the game is available regularly. Which doesn't really make sense because like if you pre-order you can still get it early, but
oh god.
It's very stupid.
What a fucking bomb.
And so now people are getting the game on the actual release date. I'm not really sure. David, what do you make of all this?
This is such a clusterfuck of like bad decisions. Like, not only is the game not good, the game's not very good. And then on top of that, you have these like not even exaggerated claims. In fact, the guy who calculated that it would take like 4,000 hours or something of play to unlock everything was lowballing it because he didn't take into account that when you play arcade mode, it actually has like a stamina meter. Like you can't get
it's like a mobile game.
Yeah.
You can't get as many credits as you want. It's like you'll earn more credits in 14 hours. I swear to God, that's true. So he lowballed it. They removed them because they got scared and because Papa Disney probably I know that this happened, called them and was like,
you were a fly on the wall.
Yeah, you got to stop this. Because there was a trending hashtag on Twitter that was like Disney gambling or something like that, and it was like tell Disney to stop exposing our children to gambling, which was really smart because it targeted like lowest common denominator like parents and shit. But
the
Disney
most
reacted.
vulnerable person,
Yeah, and so they were probably like, hey, this is not gonna bode well for our December release of our film. Fix this now. And they were like, oh fuck, let's just remove them. And then we both know that, or we all know, there's 3 of us here, that they will reinstate them at the earliest convenience once all of the sales are out. And they will put it back in a less insidious way, but it will come back because people will buy it. And that's the most fucked up part of all this, is that people raising a big stink about this on the internet is great, and it shows that the free market kind of works when you have a bigger corporation.
That's not the free market. Free market would be just people not buying it.
Well, I wish it was like that, but people will buy it. It'll probably sell really well.
Yeah.
And that's tragic, but what the fuck are you going to do? People don't read the news about games before they buy them. They're just a bunch, there's a bunch of people that are just like, huh, bro, Battlefield 2.
Well, it's not even that. It's like, it's not a bunch of people like, yo, bro. It'd probably be like a son and a dad. Be like, yo, dad, you want to play Star Wars with me? Like, I don't
know, man. Yeah. Well, because my perspective is from a college campus, right? So I go to midnight releases here, and like literally, I went one time to the Fallout 4 midnight release. Don't judge me, please. It was not good. It was a bad game. But there was guys there that were like, because Tomb Raider was coming out the same night, right? And people were like screaming like, yo, if you're here for Tomb Raider, fuck you. I was like, what is happening? There were just a bunch of fucking like, I hate the fucking word, but like a bunch of fucking chads in the line being like, oh dude, Fallout. I'm like, this is the people that when we're like, hey, nobody buy this and you think you've won, this is where all the sales numbers come from. Because these guys do not give a fuck. They're just like, they pop it on for 20 minutes before a fucking party with their friends and play.
I feel like you're you're generalizing this community very
much. But like you
Yeah.
have to think that this is a demographic, and like the fucking Xbox had this like stereotype of like dude bro gamers for so long, and it doesn't really anymore. It isn't known as like the COD console as much. It's just kind of worn off, but that demographic exists, and that's kind of like, that's not only the people that I think about, but the people who just, it's not a problem if you don't fucking live your life around video game news, obviously. Like, that's our passion, our hobby. It's fine. Not everybody's like that. But they don't make any effort to inform consumers of these things. You have to go and go dig through the internet to find stories about the intricacies of microtransactions. It's not on the box that's like, hey, this is how long it's going to take you if you don't pay money. Why would they advertise it? So, they don't know, and that's not their fault. It's just fucked up because that's the majority right now, and that's why the free market can't fix this. It has to be a PR disaster for them to do anything. It can't just be a sales disaster. So that's the real bummer of it all, and I hope that this amounts to more than them just putting it back in like a month. But I definitely feel like that's what's going to happen.
Yeah, I kind of feel like that's what's going to happen too. So Cheyenne, 2017, the year of our Lord, the year of our loot box. How are you taking this news, and what do you?
Shit. EA is shit. Loot boxes are shit. This is
We just
the
don't buy
dumbest-
those games.
Right? Yeah, like.
Because I'm an informed consumer, but I don't fucking buy games with.
But like, you're saying you're an informed consumer, and yeah, you are. But like, you also like don't like care that much about Star Wars. Like, be point blank.
No, because I told you guys I was hyped for this game, and I thought it was awesome that there wasn't a season pass like 3 months ago, and then it came out that it was pay to win, and I sent in our group chat, our Facebook group chat, don't buy this game. And then the funniest part of it all is our fucking friend who's like a self-proclaimed communist, fucking. You know, like, is always about, like, oh, take back the means of production. Bought the fucking game. He pre-ordered it. And I just want to be like, bro, what the fuck? This is the opposite of what you want.
But
I don't know. Because he loves Star Wars.
Yeah,
that's
like, what's wrong with it? Why is everybody a dude bro? Because they like Star Wars.
No, they're not.
They're not. It's just, oh, my God.
I feel like
I guess it's a value thing.
Shooters are dude bros, but, like...
It's not true at all. I like shooters a lot, and I just don't like the ones that get fucked up by these stupid archaic systems of free-to-play games.
But that's what I'm saying. Like, I don't feel like we should be judging people this harshly. Just
no, I'm not. Okay. I've come down on this like I'm judging these people. I'm really not. I have nothing against the stereotype of being a dude bro. I
have 3 minutes of a podcast to differ.
I was just explaining the rhetoric that I think goes on, but I'm not judging those people. Like I said, there's no problem in not keeping up with all of this bullshit. Why would you? If this wasn't like a big part of your life, why would you be going out and reading these stories? You wouldn't. It's ridiculous. And I think there's nothing wrong with that, but what I'm saying is there's a vocal minority at work here, and they just so happen to be loud enough this time that it may be working out, but I really don't think it will in the long run. But for right now, there's been an impact, there's been a splash in the market. And it's kind of scared EA a little bit, I think, and they've pulled back, they've backpedaled, and that's a small victory in itself. But the sales are not going to reflect this at all. So the sales are probably going to be fine.
Cheyenne, what were your full thoughts?
Okay. All right. Well, I was trying to see what the downvotes were on that Reddit comment. Now,
like
they were still going down. Like before that. Sorry.
I was gonna say, I think it's funny that the most downvoted comment on Reddit is from EA and the most disliked YouTube video is Activision.
Oh, that's right. Before that, the least, like, the most downvoted comment was like 25,000 downvotes, and it was from someone who was like saying, "Hey, downvote me."
Oh, was it? So I thought it was a Jeb Bush AMA.
No. And now the highest one is like 500,000 plus downvotes, so that's fun.
Good.
I think that's deserved.
Yeah, not even deserved. It's smart when like you have a target of your protest kind of thing. It's like it's very akin to the when the whole travel ban went into effect. People like organized the airports and stuff like that. That was a very effective kind of piece of something.
It got people talking real fast, and then people were like, "Hey, wait a minute, this is really shitty. I want to be able to play Darth Vader and not spend 40 hours." Like 40 hours is a long time, especially for like a shooter type game where like you'll be in either multiplayer or like the single player campaign. Like that is a long time to spend on a game like this.
Yeah,
just to get, like one of the biggest Star Wars games.
Yeah, just to get one of them, you have to do 40 hours again and then get Luke Skywalker and stuff like that.
Right.
And like I think the bigger problem is like I wouldn't balance my game that way, but if the people of EA like wanted to say, "Hey, we want," if you see somebody with a Darth Vader, they're like a fucking pro, man. Like they took the time to like earn the credits and they did everything that you can fucking do for this game. But like the fact that you can then flip that on its head and just buy him or like
buy it.
So like what's
the spend enough money so that you get the credits.
Yeah, that you get the credits to do it, and it's like, well, then I don't fucking know that they're a pro. It's like when you see somebody in Overwatch like with a cool skin, it's like, hey man, they must have opened some loot boxes to do this. Well, I guess that's not the same at all.
Yeah, it's a little different.
And it's because it's not like gameplay.
Because they're not shitty.
But like you're like, oh man, they must really care about this game. I don't know. That's kind of different too because like they you can pay for loot boxes. But whatever. Irregardless of all this, I don't know. It's very very dumb. Very what the fuck.
Yeah.
But with all the backlash to it, it like how the internet works. Apparently, some people at EA were getting or receiving death threats and problems with that whole the underbelly of the internet sucking and stuff like that. But one person, Big Sean at Big Sean 66.
Big Sean.
Not
this guy.
Maybe I honestly believe he probably did get death threats. Is the funniest part.
Maybe.
It's not funny, but like he probably did. But also,
it's ironic.
He doesn't work at EA. So this guy, this is a story on Kotaku. This guy named Big Sean 66 on Twitter said he had 7 death threats and up to 16,000 individual personal attacks on him. At one point, he in his Twitter bio, it said Sean, game dev at EA. And apparently he doesn't work at EA. So Jason Schreier...
He's playing the long con, though. He's been doing it for like
He's
5
been doing
years.
it for 2 to 3 years, which is fantastic. But, man, yeah, just what are you doing?
He's living the dream, dude.
Not only has he been doing the long con, he's been, like, posting about, like, not minute things, but, like, other stories. It's not just like a specifically like every EA story he's chimed in on with like and then with like things that are like very funny that like no real EA developer would actually be able to say. Like no EA developer would be like, no EA developer would make a comment on the Visceral game getting canceled. Like that's not how that works.
No.
And so yeah, it's just really funny stuff and like and a bunch of news outlets reported on it, which is very funny. And like, just what the fuck? And I wanted to know.
Is it funny?
It's kind of funny.
Yeah, it's funny. It's not funny that news outlets
isn't it?
News outlets report on it. No, that's not funny. I mean, it's kind of funny they got trolled, but like, it's not funny that
they don't fact check and they just say things. Because
to be fair, all right. So they didn't fact check this. It's not like this is not akin to fucking reporting on Roy Moore. It's not exactly the same.
Like if it says like I work at if he constantly is saying I work at EA, like you're gonna believe. I don't know.
Go ahead.
It just struck me like, you know, you're writing articles about this shit, and you see this, and you're just like, oh yeah, these fucking gamers, dude, they're just such pieces of shit, and you just really have to spread this rhetoric like so bad, and you just jump on it, you don't even fucking care like that. It's them spinning this fucking tale, and like yes, there are some shitty people in the gaming community. There are shitty people in every fucking community. It's the internet. Like, and a lot of gamers. But that doesn't
mean it should be excused.
No, it should not be excused. But like, to not even do the due diligence to like, even follow up on this, like, none of those people, not CNN, not USA Today, like, or not USA Today, fucking what was the other one? There was like 3 other big sites that
it was
just posted on
CNBC, USA Today, BBC, Yahoo, Vice.
It's just like you're so like eager and like ready to condemn like any kind of shitty behavior, and yes, you should, but also like, should that be the focus of this discussion? Like,
well, no, I don't feel like if you read those pieces, it isn't the focus of the discussion. The focus of the discussion was the Reddit post that got downvoted however many hundreds of thousands of times, and then off of that, your story then continues to say, "Hey, that happened," and then these people are also like being harassed on various social medias, which
I don't think it was about...
I'm sorry.
Sorry, I don't think it's about like painting gamers as these awful people. I think it's about getting clicks. Like, I think that's the bigger thing. Like, especially for things like Vice and like whatever. Like, they're not trying to like show gamers as this certain type of way. They're just like, oh, this is a really like
shitty
crazy thing that people are gonna want to read about.
And not only that, it's like it's so easy to believe because you so often see people in the gaming community in these shitty communities that have fucking. Like send death. Like this is not like an uncommon thing at all, like by any means. And like it's really, and so like it's so easy to understand why somebody might have believed this kind of stuff. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
But I don't know if Big Sean will be able to bounce back from this. That's a Big Sean song, the rapper.
Thank you.
It's called Bounce Back. So next story we have here is about more harassment, which is always fun. IGN's entire editorial staff walked out on Monday, due to the lack of a statement from their company about sexual harassment allegations from one of their former employees. So apparently on, I think it was Friday night, a former IGN editorial member, Callie Plaguey, wrote a statement basically with the whole like Me Too campaign about how she was harassed at IGN, and then when she took it to HR, like it was not handled properly, and named the person who was responsible for it. And then in turn, IGN never really released a statement, so the whole editorial staff, I guess, went to their company and said, hey, yo, you guys got to do something about this. Like, this isn't cool, so we're going to not work until you do this. And then eventually, IGN's editorial staff released a statement about the whole thing. You can read all about this. I don't want to go into all the nitty-gritty details and all that. But, yeah, so, I don't know. How do you feel about this, Cheyenne?
I mean, it's awful. Like every day it's like someone
do we have a name for it yet?
I don't think so.
I've heard the cleanse.
The cleanse.
Okay. Cleanse. Oh,
I like that.
I've heard the reckoning. I don't know how you guys.
Yeah. No, it's every day. It's celebrities now. It's also like gaming, like personalities. It's literally everyone you keep hearing about, like accusations of sexual misconduct, and it's just insane. I really support IGN, like the editorial staff, and they were like, they really wanted IGN to like put out a statement, and they just stopped working and decided to just do it themselves. I think that's really good of them.
I think David, this is an example of how good unions are, and that we need more unions.
Right.
If you wanna...
Yeah, sure.
Like,
I agree.
why did HR was basically victim blaming her in the story that she wrote. It was they were literally like asking her who she danced with at the IGN E3 party. Like that has nothing to do with the way that her boss is treated.
Yeah. It's always the HR being like,
you'd think
I don't believe you. Isn't that like your fucking job?
Exactly. Like you think that we would be training these people to be doing the right thing, and these like that is exactly what they are for. But like every time it's like, yeah, HR treated me like shit.
Yeah. Well, no, that it's like that. So in not popular culture, but in general, that's how we think HR should work. But then, like HR, behind closed doors, kind of secretly, is just like, yo, we are not shitty. I mean, they are
protect
shitty.
The assets.
Like protect the company.
Right.
Is like that's their real directive behind everything.
That's true.
So yeah, I don't know, David. Do you have any?
No, I think that was well put. I it's fucked up that it seems to be that the idea is if you have someone come forward about sexual harassment allegations, you just gag order them more or less and say, yeah, it didn't happen, or it was your fault, or we need to be better. We need to have higher expectations of everyone, and it's a real shame that it's taken this much to kind of make everyone aware of how insidious this is, how easy it is for someone to even unwittingly sexually harass, a woman.
I want to. All right, I'll go on record here. I do want to be clear. Like this, I don't know. It's not good. I'm not saying if you read it. Apparently, he was a creep to her in the workplace, and it's gross and stuff like that.
He said some inappropriate things.
It said very inappropriate things. He posted like screenshots of him apologizing and stuff like that. That's still not good enough. It's not cool. But at the end of the day, like I don't know. This is just I'm getting off on this tangent. So Al Franken got accused of sexual misconduct. A senator from Minnesota. He's a Democrat. And so there's been all the Roy Moore stuff has been going on for the past week and a half, and people are conflating the two. I just want to be clear. Like, if you're inappropriately talking to somebody at work, that's not cool. Like, you should be punished, and that's not cool. If you're like dating a 14-year-old,
there are degrees.
There are degrees,
yeah,
and like
absolutely.
None of it is good. No, I totally get you. This was a case of, I don't know. There should be separate term. It's so broad. Sexual harassment.
When we say sexual
harassment,
people assume
what Roy Moore was doing
assault,
was
child molestation.
Very it sounds much. He just said some things that made him imply that he was interested in her sexually, which is not appropriate for a coworker to be doing, especially in his position of power over her.
He had power
exactly.
over her, and
right, and
that's what I'm saying.
That she couldn't do anything about it.
He was not. you know, he did what he did is not good. But yeah, what we're saying, I think we're all on the same page. Is he did not fucking physically like violently.
There's there's levels. There's
levels, and I think it needs to be made clear that none of it is good.
No.
But you cannot compare them and make one seem not bad or
I don't
one
know,
seem.
Yeah.
It's. But what I'm saying is, be aware. Just be aware of who you're working with and treat women like people, and you don't have these problems.
Really
it's amazing.
easy to do.
It's not hard at all. It's crazy.
What
was that guy from Polygon? Nick Robinson. That was also a case of like what he did was fucked up, but yeah, obviously not on the level of like Louis C.K. or Roy Moore or, you know, and he did have a position of power, and it's just hard to be aware of that. I think sometimes you just need to understand that what you're saying to these people is not in the same lens as you think it is. They might feel an obligation to you. So that's the important thing.
Yeah, I don't know. Like I don't want to like you when you say that you're like coming to the defense of this guy, and like I'm not trying to.
No, I'm not
at all.
You know.
But like and like I understand. Yeah, I don't know. It's just it's shitty. The whole situation.
It's hard to say it without coming off as like, well, it's not that bad. And that's not what we're saying.
It absolutely is. It's
Make it clear.
There are worse things. Yeah. It's like stealing from somebody is bad. That doesn't make murder less bad kind of situation. You know what I'm saying? Like it's not. Yeah. I don't know. Yeah. Lena Dunham is trash.
They come from this. Oh God, yeah, she is.
Yeah, she's a fucking piece of shit.
Lena Dunham is trash.
Fuck her forever. I'm glad you're finally like. Do you still like girls though?
I liked the first 3 seasons of Girls, dude. I loved it. I loved Girls, dude. It spoke to my generation.
God.
Yeah, but that's what we got.
We could go on forever.
Yeah,
but don't do it.
I meant to put this story before the sexual harassment thing, so now this is a very.
Now it's like...
I meant to put it like, oh, now we're gonna talk about loot boxes. Here's the segment about loot boxes, then but now we're back. Yeah, so Marvel Heroes Omega or Marvel Heroes as it is on just PC and stuff like that. Is getting shut down at the end of the month, and like that sucks. Yeah, I mean, like constantly online games. This is kind of what you get. You're expecting here. For a while.
Are you victim blaming the players of Marvel Heroes?
No. I'm saying what I'm saying is, but people. So basically, the game had microtransactions in it, and up until the statement was put out, and then still after, you can still pay money in this game that will go away in a month.
That's
like
fun.
There is not like you can buy stuff right now in this game, and like
if you're doing that, that's.
That's the
opposite. It your fault? Like I don't know.
Why are you buying things if you know the game?
What if you don't know?
Quit.
That's what I'm saying.
What if you don't know?
What if you're a dude, bro? Like David said.
You're 12 years old and you don't know.
Do they not have like an announcement in the game?
I don't know. Yeah, that might actually be true. There might be a screen that comes up beforehand.
Yeah, I feel like that's how they should handle that. But
yeah, I don't know. Like it's So basically, people are asking.
Money back?
Yeah, people are asking.
People are asking. Let's clarify. People are asking for their money back because there were packs that were promised to come out in updates that never did.
Yes.
Oh, okay.
There was content that was promised that never came to fruition.
They got me with this title.
Yeah.
That is the big sting here.
Okay.
I agree with them.
See.
That is
if you paid for content that you never got, absolutely.
Or if you paid for so like they'll put out a character and that character like is like the hot thing for 6 months or something like that or whatever. And like they just put out a character last month. That character's not around for the general time that all the other characters are. I don't know. It's like I don't know. It's very interesting how we go forward with this stuff.
I think that
to be fair, this is a free to play game.
Okay, but they want refunds on what then?
I
didn't know
microtransaction. This man has spent $400 in this game.
Here's the thing, though. When you buy a microtransaction, you're getting what you paid for, and nothing else.
Are you getting what you paid for if it goes away?
Okay, then you could. When WoW shuts down, are they going to give everyone their hundreds and thousands of dollars back?
No, that's not the same at all.
What are you?
If I bought something, all right. So if I spent hundreds of thousands of dollars on WoW over the course of its lifetime, and I played that game for 8 years. If I bought a microtransaction yesterday and now the game is going away in a month, they are not comparable.
Wait, what? How are they?
But you could buy stuff yesterday before this announcement even happened. If I bought something and then it goes away in a month, I'm not getting what I was promised.
Okay.
Like if I buy a TV and it breaks in a month, I'm taking the fucking TV back. You know what I'm saying? Like
they should have done a rolling like 30 days prior refunds. and then
exactly
cut off the microtransactions.
Fortnite did that. There was something weird where you could buy like the starter pack and like, or it was you could only get it into Battle Royale if you bought the Founders Pack, which was $60.
Yes, and then they made it free.
A week later, they were like, "Hey, it's free now," and everybody was like, "What the fuck? I just bought this," and they're like, "All right, you're right. Here's your money."
That was cool.
I mean, yeah, that makes sense.
Well, it's not even cool. That's like that just makes sense.
This is a little bit like this is weird and complicated.
How fucked is it that I think that that's cool because of how shitty the industry is?
Everybody else is, yeah.
They can expect to go ahead and settle a class action lawsuit pretty soon. I think if they don't give refunds. Definitely.
Maybe if that does happen, log in to Marvel Heroes Omega and you can get your class action check.
Yeah, go ahead and fucking sign it.
Make an
account. If you've been the victim of microtransactions in the last 30 days of the life of this video game, you may be entitled.
I wouldn't even. Nah, it probably won't happen. I was gonna say I wouldn't be surprised if there was a class action lawsuit about some of these loot boxes in some of these games.
No, because this is much more gratuitous.
Well, I'm just saying, like, I mean, there's like an argument, like the gambling thing, which
it is. If here's the thing though, if it's not gambling because you always get something, if slot machines always paid out a cent, is it?
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Yeah.
Or not even a cent because they would just be like, well, that's a monetary loss. If it was any kind of little thing, a little tiny toy that's worth like 2 cents.
Mm-hmm, yeah.
It's so fucking. It's such a bad argument. Fuck the
ESRB. I don't like that argument. Yeah. So whatever. This next story we have is about the top selling games for October 2017 and the top selling hardware for October 2017. As one might guess, the Switch topped that list along with the retro SNES. And then, all right. So this is a little weird. So the way NPD counts sales data is they count physical. They can count all physical sales, but they can't count digital sales unless unless like the company that sells the game unless they can't count digital sales unless PlayStation tells them, hey, these are all the games that sold on PlayStation, or if Blizzard tells them, hey, these are all the games that we sold on Battle.net or whatever. And so Nintendo doesn't do that. So Nintendo put out a statement saying Mario Odyssey was the highest selling game in October. But on NPD, Mario Odyssey is the third highest selling game in October without digital sales. So like if that was confusing, that it's very it's true. But the top selling games for October were as follows in order: Middle-earth: Shadow of War at number 1, Assassin's Creed Origins at number 2, Mario Odyssey at number 3, South Park: The Fractured But Whole at number 4. A bunch of other games that didn't come out in October, sports games and whatnot. And then all the way down at 13, The Evil Within 2, and all the way at 14, Wolfenstein 2, The New Colossus, which is sad.
Ouch.
That is sad.
Destroyed.
That is without digital sales on those two games, so to be fair. So yeah, what do you think of these sales numbers, David?
I'm really sad that Wolfenstein flopped fucking hard. That's a bummer.
We're gonna have this as a topic. Is the Bethesda games that aren't Fallout and Skyrim don't sell well?
For shit.
So like, why do they keep making them? I want to have that as a topic at some point.
Who knows, dude?
I'm very happy because they're all great.
Turns out maybe sometimes publishers fund games for the art instead of the sales.
Yeah.
Unbelievable, I know.
But Middle-earth, Assassin's Creed, and Super Mario Odyssey, it's worth noting. Middle-earth was out like the entire month. Is probably whereas Assassin's Creed and Mario Odyssey came out the 27th, so they had 2
Mario Odyssey just fucking destroyed it.
Yeah.
It did. Like I bet if you added digital sales, it would be number 2 with. But
yeah, so cool for those games selling well. It looks like Assassin's Creed's back.
Yeah, I guess so.
Yay!
For the people that like it.
Yeah.
Time for annual releases again.
Well, are they gonna do? Or what do you think these sales data mean? So when what was it called? What was the last one?
Fuck, dude, I don't know.
Assassin's Creed in London.
Black Flag? Oh no,
Syndicate. When that one came out, it never charted higher than like 5 or 6. Then they take a year off, they bring out a new one, it charts at number 2. Do you think how do you think Ubisoft will like kind of read into this stuff?
They've probably learned that whatever they've done in this game that's different from the last games is good.
No, they'll be like, oh, we've got the formula now and all the assets are here, so let's just make a spin-off.
Okay.
I guarantee it. Like they're not gonna want to cook another game for 3 years. They're gonna be like, this game was good, and so let's use this engine and these ideas, and then just make another one, which is fine.
I wouldn't be surprised if they took a year off, and like I wouldn't be surprised what they really did was started alternating this and Watch Dogs. So like
Watch Dogs do sell well.
No, Watch Dogs still sold like shit, but that you could. All right, so
stop them.
If you look at it this way, it's like, Watch Dogs 1 wasn't good. Watch Dogs 2 was good, but that comes out and doesn't sell well. Watch Dogs 1 did sell well. Assassin's Creed Origins, is that it? I think that's it.
That's the new one.
No. Assassin's Creed, what's the fucking other one?
Black Flag.
There's so many.
No.
Brotherhood.
Assassin's Creed.
Unity.
There's
so many.
Yeah, Unity.
So many.
Unity. Like 5.
Unity comes out. That game, that's the one that's like insanely shitty with all the bugs and stuff like that, and it gets memed to death or whatever. That one comes out, it sells well. Then Syndicate comes out, it doesn't sell well. But then Syndicate is a good game. So then Origins comes out, it then sells well. So I wouldn't be surprised if we saw Watch Dogs 3 where they're hoping it like follows that same trajectory. If that makes any sense, what I just said.
Yeah, that makes sense. I feel like you're just hoping that to happen.
I don't know. I really like Watch Dogs 2. That game was cool. Underrated. Underplayed. It was really fun.
The most fucked up thing though of this whole thing is I didn't buy Wolfenstein 2.
Yeah, you fucked up.
I'm waiting to borrow it from you because
it was great.
I'm just not in the market for a $60 like 8-hour game right now.
It was great.
It's just so like fucked, isn't it? That because I'm not a proponent of what's the I don't know. I don't think there's anything wrong with games as service. Like that's fine because I think that is probably the future of games as software right now. $60 titles anyway. But yeah, you gotta. I don't know. Like I don't think there's anything wrong with single player games. I really enjoy them. But I just wasn't ready to shell out $60 for even a Wolfenstein game. And I do like those titles. I really like Doom and I like the first one. I got them both on sale though, so yeah, it sucks because I don't even really know why. It's just like a game like Uncharted 4. Like that game's like 12 to 14 hours long. It's a pretty long game, and it has multiplayer too. And we played the multiplayer. You know,
we played the multiplayer. We hardly played. We touched.
Yeah, but we did. It was there. It's just like if you're not bringing anything else, like even for me, even for like a diehard gamer that like loves those experiences, if I can get it like from somewhere else, just renting it or borrowing it, I'm probably gonna do that. And that's sad, but that's just how it is right now, for me anyway.
Well, I think when it comes to I don't know, I understand what you're saying too, because like. All right, so let me use an example. I bought Wolfenstein 2 physical because I might trade it in, but I bought Destiny 2 digital because I always want to have that game on my system. You know what I'm saying?
Not anymore.
Not anymore. Yeah, not anymore. But you know what I'm saying.
Yeah.
I get you.
So yeah, I understand. I understand what you're saying for sure.
Because that's a game as a service, and like Monster Hunter World, I'm gonna buy that digitally. I'm gonna have that game forever because that game's gonna be fucking great, and they're gonna keep supporting it. And that's kind of the way it goes. And Blizzard, I think, cannot be understated how much they are advocates for this kind of
well, not even how much they're advocates, how like literally ahead of the game.
They pioneered it. Yeah. They really did, because even as early as, well, you know, you got the first World of Warcraft is still being supported, you know, almost 11 years later.
Right.
Diablo
3 got completely overhauled.
Yeah.
Oh, 13. Yeah. Damn, fuck.
Yeah. I know.
Diablo 3 got completely, it's like a different game. And just because they fucking gave a shit and they listen to the community and they know that if they support their games for long periods of time, they've built really goodwill in the community and they're going to sell games more. And people really saw that, I think, especially, you know, EA and Activision bought Blizzard, so obviously they did too. And you just know that if you give players content, and this, you know, comes back to the fucking loot boxes, if loot boxes are used to fund future content, I have no problem with that. Overwatch's loot boxes, Rocket League's loot boxes, I haven't paid a cent on those games since I didn't buy Rocket League, since I, you know, got them essentially. And there's fucking probably 30% more content in both of them after 2 years. So that's awesome. And it hasn't broken the game. It hasn't sullied my enjoyment because they're still attainable. So it's just
Overwatch.
There's a right way to do this, and it's like a whole big ecosystem of all these different ideas and all these different ways of making your game sustainable.
Yeah.
in the economy of making games now that it's just it's complicated if you don't have a grand scope and a really good team behind it supporting it.
So yeah, I don't know. It's all very, very.
I got off on a tangent there, but it really is just all one big.
Though. So right, single player's dead, right, David?
Maybe, probably not, but maybe.
Like I really, really loved Lost Legacy when we played it earlier this year.
Yeah, but that game was $40. Right. Perfect. Senua's Sacrifice. Perfect price. $40. Yes, I'm on board. And here's the thing: is there's always going to be indie games. There's always going to be AA, whatever the fuck games, like Senua's Sacrifice. And those can deliver those really heartfelt experiences. Gone Home and, Edith Finch, those games really bring to the table narratives that you don't find in a lot of AAA games.
That's true.
They bring your narratives, you're right. But like
not experience.
At the same time, like the reason if Dishonored 2 was like a polygonal like indie game, I'm not sure if I would enjoy it as much. As it is, like, it's not like hyper realistic, but it's like this cool art style that like, and there's the level design in that game is fantastic, and that takes time and effort and money.
Well, here's the thing: is that we were just saying that Bethesda is funding these games that aren't selling that well. So 100%. You think that there will be publishers forever that will take the L on these and fund them because they are truly passionate about.
Well, not only can they fund them because they're truly passionate, but they can also fund them because like Skyrim just prints money.
It doesn't matter, because
like, they just prints money.
It's true.
I think there will always be a niche for these games because there are publishers out there like Bethesda who do make a lot of mistakes, but who also believe in their teams. They believe in the vision of these creators. And they want to support them, regardless of if they're going to make a huge.
Or here, you want me to throw. So we're bigging up Bethesda right now. Or you could substitute everything you just said. It could kind of work for Ubisoft. To be totally honest, where if you look at the top of this list, it's South Park: The Fractured But Whole. They published that. That's a completely single player experience. That's like
well, yeah, I mean, yeah, totally.
And Assassin's Creed is a completely single player experience. I mean, I know that's a big franchise, but then you also look at Far Cry. I mean, there is multiplayer in like the new one.
Yeah, no, you're right.
Like,
totally.
if you look at it that way. So I don't know.
I guess the thing with Wolfenstein specifically is it is a very linear narrative.
Yes, 100%.
Those other games, all the games you just mentioned, are more open and more, I think, lend themselves more to replayability. So that's it for me. I think
definitely doing better than like more linear.
Single
player campaign.
Just because, and it comes down to that cost time argument that like I hate, but like I understand.
I mean, it's legit though. Like I don't believe in like dollar per hour bullshit or any of that.
But like if you can get infinite time out of Destiny 2, and you can play Wolfenstein for 8 hours and they're the same price, it's like I understand.
Yeah, and even the gunplay probably in Destiny is more fun. So there's that as well. It's weird, but and that's you always rag on me for playing WoW, but I've saved probably fucking $50 this weekend playing WoW with Cheyenne, instead of going out and doing a bunch of superfluous shit that we could have done out on the town. We're having a good time.
To the bar. What are you talking
about? Yeah, we went out, but it's different than going out to the movies or going out to dinner or going out to.
If you go out to the movies, you can get Movie Pass for a year right now for $89.
I'm thinking about it.
You should really do it. It's fantastic.
Regardless.
Yeah.
Do you go to one movie a month?
Oh yeah.
Then it's worth it.
Dude, I'm really hyped to see Lady Bird. You should go see the Florida Project if you can. That movie's fucking great. Fantastic. Maybe the guy who made Tangerine.
You should see not Guardians 2, Thor 3.
Thor. I want to.
It's pretty fun. I'll go with you this weekend.
I'll go see it. Yeah, for sure.
I don't know if I'll go see it again. I don't know.
Fuck you.
I don't like seeing movies twice. It's the same thing. I don't like playing games twice. It's fun. I'll let you use my Movie Pass if you want.
I would be down for that.
You can go by yourself.
I'll go by myself.
You should go on Thanksgiving, like on the day,
at like 4 o'clock,
and bring a turkey leg with you and eat it. That'd be fun. Well, last story we have here is about GameStop. We spent a whole topic last week talking about the cool new rad, like it's like Blockbuster back in the day, and they totally just stopped it real quick.
Yeah, so that's actually probably not going to benefit us.
Yeah, so I don't. It's probably a mixture of that. And a mixture of like Sony and Microsoft being like, "Yo, fuck you guys! Like we're gonna start shafting you guys on some shit if you don't fucking play ball and not do this shit." But yeah.
Some employees apparently said it was because their computers are too shitty to handle like.
They are really
shitty, which
shitty.
is probably true.
That totally checks out.
All of the above.
Yeah, so all of the above. But that is the last story. That is the news of the week. that brings us to the topic of the show, which is the Game Awards. Oh no, we're doing what are we playing now? I messed up the segments.
Fucker.
The segments. So we
We'll
do.
get to the Game Awards later.
What are we playing, David? You're playing Skyrim.
Skyrim on Switch, something I never thought in a million years I would buy.
Right.
But then like Friday came around and I was like, I'm gonna go buy that. And I didn't even really know why, but I'm really glad I did.
Did you buy a physical version of it?
Yeah, I bought it on cartridge.
Okay, I just didn't know.
Too big. But yeah, it's fucking fun, and I haven't played it since like 2014. And it's the handheld
Skyrim,
mode.
fucking fun, David Morgan.
It's fun. It's a fun game. I ragged on it a lot because it isn't as good as like Oblivion in my opinion.
Right.
But starting a new character, especially, I'm doing a Conjuration one-handed build. It's cool. I never did that, as you should.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I'm having a good time.
I like the Conjuring.
Looks very good. Compared to I ripped on the Doom port because that was a bad port. This is a great port, and they're not quite the same graphical fidelity, obviously, but it looks better than the original versions. It looks better than PS3 or Xbox 360. And they actually bumped the contrast and the saturation a little bit, so the darks are really nice. Yeah, there's actually really nice colors that pop.
It's really pretty.
There's nice motion controls when you're using bows or magic. You can use the gyro. Yeah, no, definitely a great port. I'm really looking forward to playing more of it. I know we're going to do a spoiler cast on this later. Frozen Wilds.
On Skyrim? Oh, okay. No.
On Skyrim.
Great fucking DLC so far.
The dragons kill people.
Yeah, the dragons are bad.
Spoilers.
There's Chris Martinez in it. Frozen Wilds is great. It's more Horizon, but it's I bought it because of the snow, and I'm not disappointed.
Is the snow better in Skyrim or Frozen Wilds?
Is that a real question, or?
I mean, I was setting you up to go talk about how awesome the snow was.
It's fucking incredible.
I'll
Skyrim
stop,
snow is like literally
just
like someone went and painted the ground. This is like actual like 8 inches of fucking, what do they call it when it sticks?
Snow.
Oh.
No, they call it. There's like a name for it when it sticks. Accumulation.
Thunder snow.
Okay.
Woo.
And I'm drinking that. And when you walk around in it, when you fight in it, you look back and it's like all these fucking marks from like I killed a deer once and it slid down this hill and it left a nice fucking like trail behind it.
Killed a deer?
Yeah, or a goat in Horizon. I was trying to get bones.
Christ. There's fucking robots. Why are you killing normal?
I had to he kills the animals.
I had to like craft a. I had to like buy a map or something, and I needed.
That's the thing I don't hate it about Far Cry, but like it's like go skin this opossum so you can make a wallet, and I'm just like Jesus Christ.
Yep. But no, it's fucking great. We'll talk more about it after you guys have played it. And then I am also top 1.6% in.
All right, we're not talking about Double Daggers.
It's so good though, and I'm so good at it.
We're not. Are you so good at it because like no one else plays it, kind of situation?
Dude, 143,000 people are on the leaderboard. I'm 1,600.
All right.
Yeah, get the fuck out.
Blown the fuck out, am I right?
Anyway,
Cheyenne, you've been playing Overwatch some more?
Yeah.
Not really though.
Yes, I have.
Are you a real gamer girl, Cheyenne? Like that's what David.
I play the same 3 games. I mean, I've been playing Skyrim also, but all the same shit. It's pretty.
Mm-hmm.
So Moira just came out in Overwatch. There was an update, and also they changed. They put up the Mercy changes where her res takes like 2 full seconds, and it sucks.
It really sucks. So I jumped in when Moira came out, and I was playing. I haven't played it since the Mercy and Diva stuff happened, and jumping into that, there are just different characters now.
They really
It's some shit now. Like they suck.
Now you know why the esports
Diva's
scene is
fine.
so like.
Is Diva fine?
Yeah, it took me a sec to get used to her.
I did not like her. Is she slower too?
I don't think so.
I felt like she felt slower, and also
I feel like she has more movement now because like you can shoot while you're flying.
Yeah. The rocket thing, I couldn't hit no one with that shit.
Yeah,
that was terrible. I did not like Diva at all.
And
then Mercy was way worse.
Defense Matrix sucks. Yeah, Mercy is fucked up right now.
Mercy is like, she's not reliable.
Could you imagine like playing Rocket League like after a month and then the ball just like doesn't go as fast and like your car just doesn't flip right?
Your car is
and they just changed it. Like this is why the Overwatch esports league is like in such fucking turmoil at all times because the players are like, I main this person and you just fucked them. I don't want to play anymore.
Well, all right, so there's that argument, but then you could say, hey, the Overwatch esports league is interesting because the game is changing all the time.
I don't.
For a while, I think they were playing like pre-Mercy patch, like Valkyrie Mercy
Yeah,
patch.
how does that vote?
But yeah, but I think they've updated it now. I think
it makes the moment-to-moment comp play for a normal person interesting and exciting. But if you're an esports person and you're trying to make like hundreds of thousands of dollars and they keep fucking with your shit, that probably gets pretty annoying.
I mean, if you look at it like in all right, so I'm gonna like basketball, for example. The way basketball worked in the early to mid 2000s was that it was a big man's game, and you had to have 2 7-footers or like 6'11" guys on the court at all times. Now, like the Warriors just reinvented things where you fucking just run the court with 4 smalls all the time. And
did the rules change?
No, the rules didn't. I mean, there are rules like that, did the rules favor shorter people? I mean, kinda, because they got rid of Hack-a-Shack and stuff.
Oh, what the fuck ever! I doubt.
But like,
not really.
But like, not in the sense that like they didn't like make everybody have to shoot left-handed or something like that.
You must be this tall.
Yeah, that didn't happen. But like, I don't know, they reinvented the game and it changes like gameplay and stuff like that, and it made certain.
It made certain rules stayed the same, and then the comps changed because the teams they wanted them to, then that would also be interesting.
Yeah, but like basketball and like a video game are the same. Like there are objectivities in a video game, I feel like. Whereas, like in real life there aren't.
But maybe you got one guy who's like real good at landing those diva rockets. I don't know. There are players that bring their own strength, even to like games as simple as Rocket League. You know players like one of them's really good at defense. He's really good at getting wall clears, etc., etc. And he changes the way that team has advantages and has disadvantages. The game shouldn't have to change its rules to make it dynamic and interesting. The way that the pros play should make it dynamic and interesting.
You're not wrong about that, but like I said, I think there's like a certain level of objectivity where you can be like, officially Mercy is overpowered. But like I don't know, Steph Curry is like overpowered.
If you have a Mercy in your team, like
yeah. So I don't know,
and that might still be true. I don't know how Moira is gonna factor into the.
How do you feel about Moira?
I like her. Her buttons are a little bit weird to get used to because
her buttons are you have to switch them. They're the wrong
well, yeah, but when you switch them, the UI doesn't look right, and it looks like your heel is gonna.
Who the fuck allowed that oversight?
It's like your R2, your primary fire, doesn't do damage.
Yeah, it's like, so like. Did you see this?
I mean, it makes sense if you're used to playing.
No, what happened?
Like, yeah, all right. So like the way it's originally set up is like your purple like damage thing is on your right hand, right? And your heal thing is on your left hand. Okay. But the right trigger on the controller does heal, and the left trigger on the thing does damage.
No, why'd they do it?
And like, but if you switch them, like on the UI on the screen, it's backwards then, because it's not backwards. It's like, oh, who the fuck?
What I don't like about Moira is she's like a fucking Frankenstein's monster of a bunch of other characters' abilities.
That's
she doesn't.
True.
She's not like an Ana.
And she's Mercy.
Yeah, it's like
they
can't
the Genji dash away or whatever.
True. And she's Naruto.
Like they can't keep just like forcing.
I don't know. I think she looks cool.
She looks fine. Yeah, it's cool. But
I'm not like I'm just that was my statement. Is that she looks cool. It's okay.
She looks cool.
Also played on the Junkertown map the first time.
Oh, you've never been on that.
It is really weird to play on a map where everyone else knows and like I didn't know where everything was.
For a while, they just had like the only play this one like in the arcade.
Yeah. So you practice at it or whatever.
Yeah.
But yeah. So yeah, HQ is starting. Do we want to do a live let's? Oh, you can't do it.
I can't. Yeah, or else I totally would.
Oh no. All right. Well, I guess I won't play either out of solidarity. We'll miss the Trap Trebek Scott tonight.
Is Scott back?
I don't know. He was in Florida or something or Houston. I follow him on Twitter.
Yeah, I do too.
Yeah, he's great. But I finished Mario. David. I finished
Mario. Yeah, you talked to me a little bit about the ending.
I really like the ending. I finished Mario getting 150 moons, and I'm not compelled to go get more moons, but I still really like the game. What did you come down on that take?
You don't feel like getting the rest of the moons.
I don't feel like getting the rest of the moons, but I really like the game.
That's fine. I think that separates. That's why it's such a great game, right? It's because you had a full, complete experience getting the bare minimum, and I've I also had the great experience, but if you choose later, if you're like, I want to play some Mario Odyssey, you don't have to restart the game. You have fucking 700 more
So
moons
much more content.
Yeah. So that's why it's such a great game, is because they don't say, okay, you beat the game, bye. They say, hey, if you would like more, here is like the game upgraded.
A ton more.
It's insane. If you go back, you know those little squares that you
they're right there.
They make more moons. They just make them in the fucking world, and it's like, wow. There's like twice the content all of a sudden, and all these little cool challenge. Yeah, and there's another world that you can unlock that's like fucking. I was getting really frustrated at, but I beat finally. It's a lot of fun.
So there's a world after like the N64 kind of like Peach's Castle.
There's two actually. There's two more worlds.
Okay.
Get to.
How hard? Like, how many more moons do I need to get?
I think you need 500 to get to the very last one.
Never mind.
I think it's maybe 300 to get to the
no, not even a chance.
last.
I was gonna say if I need like 50, maybe, but like, no, not gonna happen.
Like
but also, I was talking about it to you and Drew last week on the podcast. You told me, oh, you're absolutely right. I needed to play that game with the sound on. The music in that game and like the sound effects are fantastic.
Yeah, the sound design is so good.
New Donk City, the fucking like. The way you go and get like you get the different band members or whatever, and they make like as you're doing it, like if you get the drummer first, then the track you have until you get the next thing is a drum track, and then if you get somebody else, they start playing something else together, and like that stuff is so cool. Also, New Donk City is the third best level. Well, all right, so let's do the top 3 levels.
Okay.
It's New Donk City at number 3.
Okay.
The Moon at number 2. Just because, simply for the fact, all right. So does the moon? All right. I guess maybe not. New Donk City might be number 2. And then I'm thinking, because I thought of the moon and the like feudal Japan like thing is the same thing, but they're not.
Oh yeah.
So I don't know. I think the feudal Japan one might be higher than.
That's the. Okay, my list is like, Seaside number 3.
Okay. Seaside's the one with the octopus, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
Bowser's Kingdom number 2, New Donk number 1.
So, it's all right. I'll say feudal Japan. What's the other one? What was I saying?
That was such a cool level.
New Donk City, and then number 1 is fucking. Oh my god, I just totally forgot. Oh, it's the cooking one.
Oh, I do really like that.
That's it. That one was awesome with the bird and everything. That one was fantastic. I really like that one.
I'm really glad you finished it and you enjoyed it.
And the music.
I didn't expect you to.
And the music was fantastic. I like Mario games. I have
the Steam Gardens soundtrack when you're on the little part in the back there with all the platforming. It's like the little guitars like the surf rock. Oh, it's so fun.
Also beat you. I did more jump ropes than you and Drew.
That's fine. I did it like once. So.
I did it until I literally beat you and Drew by 1 because you have this. You're tied, and then I quit. I was like, I'm
what
done
did
now.
we have?
I think you had like 58, and I got 59 or something like that.
That's hard, dude. You got to do 100.
Aaron's above us. He has 71, but it doesn't matter.
Yeah, that's like the hardest moon I think in the game.
Yeah, that yeah. So, oh well. But yeah, that was what we've been playing this week. But last but not least, we wanted to predict the Game Awards. So the Game Awards, hosted by the Dorito Pope himself, Jeff Keighley, every December, announce their nominees, and we're gonna pick winners and who we think. So we're gonna pick a winner, like that's who we think is going to win, and then who we think should win, who we want to win, kind of situation. We're gonna do it for a bunch of categories. I took off some of the ones that like we have I don't know who any of the esports athletes are. And I didn't know who any of the esports. Do you know who? I knew some of them. Like I know who Team Liquid is.
Trending. No, I don't know the team.
Yeah, I know the trend. I left Trending Gamer on there. I left esports game on there, but I took out. There was another one that was like student game. I took that out.
Yeah,
I took like there's one that's like Chinese fan game, which was very like shout out to you for just unabashedly trying to appeal to that market. But so I took that out. But we're gonna go through the list of all of them, and we'll just go. We'll go in a circle. So I'll pick. Then David will pick, then Cheyenne will pick, and then the next one David will pick, then Cheyenne will pick, then I'll pick. Then the next one Cheyenne will pick, then I'll pick. You know, does that make sense? So we're not like copying each other.
Yeah.
All right. So the first one. How do we want to do this? Do we want? All right. Let's do bottom up.
On the list.
No, let's do bottom up.
Down.
So then we do like game of the year at the end. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
All right. So debut indie game. Debut indie game. All right. Presented by Chick Hydro. Dude, are they gonna do the fucking
Hydra
guy again? Oh yeah! Fuck
Bring
yeah!
Back. He's gonna be in Smash,
Fucking
you know.
capitalist.
Oh yeah, I remember that. Holy fuck, that shit was too funny. All right, Slime Rancher by Mononomy Park, Mr. Shifty by Team Shifty, Hollow Knight by Team Cherry, Golf Story by Sidebar Games, and Cuphead by Studio MDHR. I think the winner will be Cuphead.
Who do you think should win?
Who should win? Having played one of these games, I think Cuphead should win. But
Right,
Hollow Knight is cool too.
How is this going? I'm going now.
No. Now Cheyenne's gonna go.
Okay, well, I was gonna say that I think Cuphead will win, but I would like Hollow Knight to win because that game is fucking amazing for their first game. Like,
I'm with you on that. That's my opinion as well.
All right, that's the same as you, David.
Yep.
I accidentally put this at the top of the spreadsheet.
spreadsheet.
Yeah, I got a whole spreadsheet.
I don't know any of these fucking losers. These
All right.
Well, we're not doing esports.
No, we're not doing an esports. Yeah, I didn't know any. Yeah. Team Liquid, I've heard of. They're the League of Legends people.
Cloud9 and
is Rocket League.
Rocket League.
I don't know.
Well, they have a Rocket League team.
Oh, okay, that makes sense.
These are the big companies.
Yeah, I don't know any of the esports people themselves. Who's the guy that was crying? Did you guys see that meme?
Who?
He was some good. He was some good. I read a funny story about how like fucking Smash Brothers players are just like their names are ridiculous. Like, and it's funny how fucking like announcers have to be like Dr. PP takes the win and shit like that. That's pretty funny.
Yeah, that's right.
It's nothing that ridiculous in RLCS, luckily.
All right, so esports game. We're gonna start.
Okay.
Who do we start with this time? All right, we start with Cheyenne this time. Did I mess that up? Okay. I think I messed it up. But esports game nominees are Rocket League, League of Legends, Dota 2, Counter-Strike, and Overwatch.
Okay, I think I'm not sure who will, honestly. Maybe Rocket League since they just had their thing, and that's honestly just because like David's into it. Like I think Rocket League should win because out of all of these, it's the only one that I would have any enjoyment watching. As much as I love Overwatch, it's boring as hell to watch. It's so boring. I guess Rocket League for both.
For both, okay.
I think Overwatch will win because they just announced Overwatch League, and that's going to be a big thing. Okay. I think it had a lot of viewers when that first aired too. I didn't watch it or anything. I don't know. I think Rocket League should win because it is objectively the most easy to understand and fun to watch of any of these games by like a fucking nautical mile. So yeah, and I'm not just saying that. That is a fact.
Cool. So, 220 or 102.24. Okay. I think Rocket League should win based on everything you guys said. I think League of Legends will win because it is the biggest game.
I don't think it. It's old news though.
But it's not old news. The championships got like 300,000 like concurrents on Twitch. Like,
okay, Rocket League got 150.
Overwatch had a lot of.
That's half. You just
but that's still
you
a
just
lot.
made my point.
Whatever. League of Legends has been around way longer. Doesn't matter. The next category, trending gamer.
Trending gamer.
I'll do the. Do you want the person to do the? I can read them.
Okay, yeah.
I can read.
You can read.
Steven Spawn.
All right, nope, you're out. You're out.
Mike Rizik, Guy Beam.
All right, say their under. Say the under.
Dr. Disrespect, Shroud, Able Gamers, Clint Lexa, Half Coordinated, and Andrea Renee from What's Good Games.
What the fuck?
Jesus
Christ.
Andrea. I have a lady that I work with who's like, call me Andrea. If you call me Andrea, I'm gonna get mad. And I'm like, that's weird. So I've been fucking conditioned.
All right.
Anyways,
who's gonna win, and who do you want? To
win? Who is gonna win? I think Dr. Disrespect has a pretty good shot at winning. I think Clint Lexa should win because he is a huge icon in like gamers with disabilities circles, and he's a really inspirational dude. He's always at the AGDQs. He speedruns a lot of games. He's a fucking great guy. Yeah, in my opinion though. So yeah.
Who are you? So you're saying Dr. Disrespect should win?
I think he will win. I think Clint Lexa half coordinated.
Okay. Cheyenne? Or no, it's me. It's me this time.
Okay.
Dr. Disrespect will win. He might not actually. They might give it to, because I don't know if he's campaigning. But Dr. Disrespect should win. And I don't even watch his streams, but he's fucking cool, dude. I fuck with Dr. Cool guy. Every clip I see from him, he's fucking awesome.
Yeah, he's a nice guy.
So I'm rooting for him. Cheyenne.
Well, I think Andrea Renee should win because she's doing all sorts of shit in the gaming community. For some reason, I'm thinking that the Able Gamers guy is gonna win. Because, like, I feel like they're either gonna choose him or Half Coordinated. Just to be like,
realistically, they should.
So they're just a bunch of SJWs, right, Cheyenne?
Yeah.
SJWs.
Yeah, fuck SJWs.
What is it,
No.
David? What is it? Lib tears. That's what it is.
Liberal cuck tears.
Yeah, that's what it is.
They really got us.
This next story, and we're skipping student game because I don't know what it is. Best indie game. I yelled really loud and peaked.
Best indie.
Pyre from Supergiant, Night in the Woods from Infinite Fall, Cuphead from Studio MDHR, What Remains of Edith Finch from Giant Sparrow, which to be fair has a publisher, but like it's an indie publisher, so I don't know how you guys deal with that. And Hellblade Senua's Sacrifice from Ninja Theory. I'm going to say, here's what I think. Oh man,
I know this one's hard.
I think Edith Finch should win.
Disagree.
But I think Hellblade will win.
That would be a shake-up.
Hellball.
Wake
This
up.
is what I wrote in the fucking.
Hellball.
Push a little makeup.
Cheyenne, what do you think?
Yeah, I haven't like played most of these myself, but
You're aware enough of.
yeah,
them.
I know most of all. I know.
I
Like,
played
I know
all of
enough
them
about
except
Night in the
Cuphead,
Woods.
and I haven't finished Pyre.
I know enough about all of them except Hellblade. I haven't like played that or seen that myself. So I think from what I have seen that Pyre should win and Cuphead will win.
Cuphead should and will win.
Okay.
End of story.
All right,
End of line.
Cheyenne, you can go on to the next category and read the things.
Most anticipated game presented by McCafe. This is the dumbest. This should not exist.
Can you?
But-
I'm sorry. Hold on one second. What was it?
Yes. Most anticipated game. Thank you. Alright.
I had it queued up already, but I didn't have the sound on my computer turned up. I fucked up.
Oh, I see.
All right. So
Okay.
yeah, what are the nominees?
We got The Last of Us Part 2, Red Dead Redemption 2, Monster Hunter World, Marvel's Spider-Man, and God of War.
All right. Who do you think?
Becca. Really know what I'm saying?
Uh-huh.
I think that this is a stupid category, but
Yeah.
I feel like Monster Hunter World probably should win because it's the only one you really can anticipate at this time. It's the only one you know is coming
Damn.
out. I mean, like
True.
that you really know that it's gonna be out soon.
Mm-hmm.
I think probably The Last of Us Part 2 will win.
All right.
This, I don't. Who cares? I'm not even gonna vote. This whole fucking category is probably fucking sponsored by Sony.
No, it's sponsored by McDonald's.
McCafe.
Yeah, but like these are all.
Dude, me and Cheyenne were
They
on the
really
fucking
are.
money right there.
70% of these fucking games are Sony exclusives. This is
Right.
the fucking category that just proves to you how fucking vapid and stupid the video game awards
I'm
are.
so happy David has some opinions on this. I didn't expect that at all.
Dude,
Yeah.
are you fucking kidding me? Like, what if there was a most anticipated film award at the fucking
That would be
Oscars? Not to
so,
say that
like-
the Oscars aren't equally fucking bullshit, because they totally are. And so are the Grammys, and so are the fucking, what are the other ones? Golden Globes.
Preach, David. Keep going. Let's go.
They're all
Yes.
fucking trash. It's
Say
just a fucking
words,
money
man.
contest.
Ooh, give it to
Fuck
him.
this category.
Give
Fuck
it to
these
him, Morgan.
people. I hope all these fucking games flop. They won't, but I fucking hate this
I
shit.
don't know. Monster Hunter might.
No, it won't. Are you kidding
It's
me?
on console. It's not on. It doesn't matter.
It's on like everything though.
All right, whatever.
On PS4,
Pick
it's
one.
good.
Pick one, David.
Monster Hunter World should win, but the fucking Last of Us will win because we can't stop jacking off Naughty Dog. What do you think?
Jack and Daxtering off Naughty Dog.
It took you a minute to
That took me. It took me. What do I think? It took me a minute to think of that.
hear
joke.
the fucking gears turning on that one.
I think.
Why are you even putting thought into this?
No, I wanted to see how far that pregnant pause would go. I think Spider-Man should win. But I think...
I love quick time events.
I think... It's not a quick time event.
Yeah, whatever. Watch
I think Red Dead will win.
Alright, moving on. Who cares?
Strategy game of the year.
Best... Oh, not best multiplayer?
Oh, was that... Did I skip one? Oh, I fucking...
You sure did. Best multiplayer.
Oh, hold on.
Fortnite.
Oh, no. Hold on. We gotta wait. Pause. I've made a huge mistake. I gotta add a new row. Alright, anyway. Keep going.
Best multiplayer: Fortnite, Call of Duty, World War II, Splatoon 2, Mario Kart 8 Deluxe, Destiny 2, or PlayerUnknown's Battlegrounds.
We'll have a talk about that when we get to game.
Yeah, whatever. All these games fucking suck except for Mario Kart. Yeah. So Mario Kart should win, but Destiny 2 will win because. No, it won't. PUBG will win. I don't know why I said that. PUBG will win, but Mario Kart 8 unabashedly should win. Charles?
Mario Kart 8 unabashedly shouldn't win because that game didn't come out this year. I want that to be 100% clear.
Neither did PlayerUnknown's
Deluxe. Do you not see the Deluxe there?
It didn't come out this year.
Neither did PlayerUnknown's Battlegrounds. But that's gonna fucking win, so suck my cock.
Hold on. PUBG. Alright, cool.
Yeah, guess what else? Half the fucking indie games have publishers, so those shouldn't be in there either.
To be fair,
but...
only one of them out of 4. That's 20.
Friday the 13th won the Golden Joystick for best.
Right, but that's not nominated in this, so like.
Yeah, but all Game Awards are shit.
You're cutting off your nose to spite your face at that point.
What?
I would.
Why
heard that?
I have not.
You're stupid.
You're robbing Peter to pay Paul at that point, David.
She hasn't fucking heard these.
My favorite thing is that there's 6 nominees in this category in sports and only 5 in all other categories. That makes no sense. What should win is Fortnite because that game is fantastic.
It's not fun.
Yeah, if you say so.
It's fantastic. What will win is PUBG, and I'm also not mad about that.
I am.
All right, Cheyenne,
we'll get there.
Same as David. Mario Kart should win. Obviously.
Mario Kart didn't come out this year.
Well, it's still more fun than all of the other. So.
It doesn't matter. It's already nominated.
It's true.
All right, so now we're doing sports games, right? Is it my turn?
Yes.
Yeah. Can I just?
Can you just not? Sports games are cool. You guys are trash.
I know nothing about any.
Sports games: Project Cars 2 from Slightly Mad Studios, PES 2018 from Konami. NBA 2K18 from Visual Concepts, GT Sport from Polyphony Digital, Forza 7 from Turn 10, and FIFA 18 from EA Vancouver. What I think should win.
There is an objectively correct answer here.
Are you saying it's GT or Forza?
Yes, it's Forza.
What? No, I don't think so. It definitely shouldn't be NBA.
It's the only feature complete fucking game in this.
It has loot boxes in it. It has like destruction.
Yeah, but it's still fucking feature complete. Unlike GT and unlike fucking NBA and unlike FIFA.
FIFA is. I think FIFA should win just because I play FIFA the most.
Yeah, whatever. Shut up. What's gonna win?
And then what's gonna win is Forza.
Okay, Cheyenne.
Project Cars 2 should win, but Forza's gonna win.
God damn. Right. I wrote Protect Cars.
Protect them.
Forza should win, as I've mentioned. What if NBA 2K18 won?
That'd be great. That'd be a good sign for me. And you hope you're rooting for NBA.
I hope it wins. I think it's gonna win.
All right.
Mark me down there.
Marked you down.
All right. Cheyenne, best strategy game.
Hey, we got some strategy games. We got XCOM 2, War of the Chosen, Tooth and Tail, which was very cute.
Yeah.
Total War, Warhammer 2. That's the dumbest title I've ever heard.
Total War.
Halo Wars 2, and Mario and Rabbids Kingdom Battle. So I totally forgot that Tooth and Tail was a thing. It looked very cute from what I saw, but I think that Mario Rabbids should win because it is. And well, it's not unique if you think about it. XCOM, but like it's.
We didn't talk about the Mario movie that's coming out from DreamWorks. That made Minions, which is hilarious.
That's gonna suck.
Yep.
But I think Mario Rabbids should win, and it will.
All right.
Agreed.
I agree too.
All right, that was easy. All right. I'm not doing this category.
Here we are, family game.
Family game.
Best family game.
What is wrong with that?
Because it's the same shit we've seen them. It's all Nintendo games.
It is.
Yeah.
Nintendo makes fucking
That's what they make.
Nintendo kitty
Splatoon
games. You
2,
fucking
Sonic
kitty.
Mania, Mario Rabbids Kingdom Battle, Mario Kart 8
There's
Deluxe,
3 Mario
Mario
games.
Odyssey. Odyssey. Mario Kart 8 Deluxe will win because it is the family game here.
Mm-hmm.
But I guess it should win because it is the only thing I can imagine sitting down and playing on like a couch.
Okay. I think, I think that. I know. I don't think it should win because that game did not come out this year. I'm holding firm on that. Holding firm. I think Mario Odyssey should win. I spelled Odyssey wrong, but I think Splatoon will win.
Okay.
Because you have to look at this as a game show, and they want to try to award everyone. Kind of, you know, there's like a little bit of that kind of in there. So yeah, that's why I think.
Okay.
How do you spell Odyssey?
Odyssey.
All right. Welcome to the spelling hour.
Cheyenne.
I won the spelling bee in 4th grade, so.
I got out on the word full. I spelled it F-O-O-L.
I've
They
heard
wanted
this from you.
F-U-L-L. Very disappointed. Fuck you,
Spelled
L.
tsunami, and like people kept coming.
Hot
up to me.
damn.
They were like, I had no idea there was a T in tsunami.
Be on the wave, Cheyenne.
That's right. But I kind of think that Sonic Mania should win because I could see my family playing that. But Odyssey probably will win.
Sonic Mania is so good. I want to play that again soon.
Okay.
Alright, Cheyenne, best fighting game.
Whose turn is it?
Charles.
You can help me with this spreadsheet, David.
Best fighting game. Tekken
I
7,
mean, do you want us to just
Nidhogg
rate
2,
these so you
Marvel
don't-
vs. Capcom Infinite, Injustice 2, or ARMS.
You said
think-
Odyssey was gonna win, and that it took me a
Yes.
while to spell Odyssey.
Sonic Mania
Gosh.
should win.
All right.
Fighting
Still
game.
spelled it wrong. God damn it.
It's
Okay.
okay. Don't worry about
Who
it.
fucking cares? But Injustice 2 will win, and it probably should.
Fighting game. Injustice 2 will and should win.
It is the best one. So
Oh, we didn't do the Black Friday thing. There's a crazy deal on Injustice 2. It's like $12. I'm totally gonna buy it.
oh yeah, I might do that too. No, I won't. I don't. I'm gonna buy Dragon Ball Fighters.
Dragonfall.
Dragonfall Fighters.
Dragonfall biters.
Cheyenne fighting game.
Nidhogg 2 should win because
Should
Nidhogg's
it?
Great.
No,
Yes.
it's cool. The art style's
And-
cool.
I like the art.
You're
Agree with
probably
you
right.
on-
Injustice 2 will win, even though it
All
should
right.
not.
I mean, it's a fact. Best role playing game. South
Hey.
Park: The
Hey.
Fractured Butthole.
My turn.
It's Cheyenne's turn.
Okay, so RPGs, you got South Park, The Fractured Butthole, Final Fantasy 15.
What
Then
the
it-
fuck? No, pause. What?
This one makes sense because it came out.
What?
It came out on like December 22nd or something like that, and that was
Oh,
after
yeah.
the Game Awards. had
Shut
already
the
That's
aired.
right.
fuck up.
Do you know what I'm
it
saying
does
now?
not belong.
I mean,
Doesn't
it
it?
came out on
it's like the
November
Oscars, like,
29th.
if it's between like
It was
the
after-
awards shows.
It was after the cutoff.
It.
Yeah.
You're fucking kidding me.
You
All
know
right.
what? Been yelling about Mario fucking Kart deserves fucking everything under the fucking sun the
Whatever.
past 15
Continue,
minutes.
Shine. I'm sorry for interrupting.
Divinity Original Sin 2, Nier Automata, and Persona 5. I think. Oh, fuck.
There is a
I think
right
that
answer
this needs
here.
to quit doing this shit.
Yeah.
Ugh, it's so annoying. Okay. See, I think 2 of them should win, and I'm not sure which one will. I guess I'll say Divinity should win, but Persona 5 will. I really want
That
it
was
to.
the correct answer.
Okay, thanks.
That is what is going to happen. Persona 5 will win. Divinity Original Sin 2 is
Divinity
the better
will be
game.
shafted.
Here's what's gonna happen. Persona 5 should win, and Divinity will win.
That would be
fine.
awesome, but that
That
will
Both of
not.
them are great.
That is what will happen. Side note: Nier is not an RPG.
No, it's an action
Yeah,
game.
that's a side note. From
it's like calling Bayonetta an RPG.
Yeah, they're not. It's not. I thought David was gonna shout about this. Like, that is not an RPG game.
They just had to put it in somewhere, but they should have put
basically.
it in.
Like, they made it in Japan. It works. Whatever. Fucking leave me alone. That's basically what happened. That's what. Yep, that's what Jeff Keighley said. He laid down his bag of Cool Ranch and like let them know that we have to nominate Nier in one of the individual categories. Then it comes to my two favorite categories: best action game and best action adventure game, in which they just split them up arbitrarily as fuck. They make no sense in any way. There is no difference between what fucking Uncharted does and what Wolfenstein does. There is no difference.
I just wanted to award multiple of these games.
There is no difference between what Super Mario does and what Cuphead does. There is no difference whatsoever. This is the like Neo is an open world game in some ways, and fucking Horizon is an open world game. It makes no sense. That's great. It makes no sense. These categories.
Anyways, best action.
Like, what the fuck does the action adventure mean? Does that mean you just went on an adventure? Because all these fucking games you went on an adventure. It doesn't make no fucking sense.
Why is Nier not in this category?
It makes no sense. Yeah, I'm telling you.
How is Horizon not an RPG, but
yeah, what the fuck?
What?
Who did this?
What?
That's hilarious. Kidding? That is very funny.
Anyways, best action.
Hold on. Dude, all right, no, it's only gonna be. Do numbers pop all of stuff when you hit it in Horizon? I can't remember.
Yes.
What the fuck, dude? All right, I'm off this. Best action game: Uncharted: The Lost Legacy.
No, this is action adventure.
Jesus Christ. Uncharted: The Lost Legacy, Assassin's Creed Origins, Legend of Zelda: Breath of the Wild, Super Mario Odyssey, Horizon Zero Dawn. All right, going back to Final Fantasy. When did that game come out?
November 26th.
November 26th. We're gonna do some fucking journalism right here.
Yeah, I probably should not have been.
Game Awards 2016. When did that happen? How many days were between them? Game Award. You guys vamp while I'm doing
I got it. Final Fantasy.
It was 4 days.
What?
All right. I'll allow it.
Really?
I'll allow it.
4 days.
It was 4 days because they came on.
Nobody could have known if it was.
I'll allow it because I was gonna say like fucking like Mario's nominated for a bunch of this shit and fucking Assassin's Creed is nominated for a bunch of this shit and Wolfenstein. Like those games came out like a week ago, so I don't know how that all started. But at 4 days, I'll allow it. Best action adventure game. Which game is gonna win, David? And what do you want to win?
The action adventure game.
Yeah.
Horizon will win. No, wait.
I don't know what's gonna.
Zelda will win.
Okay.
Zelda should win? Right. I don't know. I'm a little baffled.
Good talk.
Great.
Yeah.
Charles.
Zelda will win. Horizon should win.
Okay. I really like Uncharted, but like it's not. There's no chance it will win. I want Horizon to win, so I'm gonna say it's also going.
Ooh. Cheyenne's trying to pick up points on us right there, dude. That brings us to best action game, which is Prey, Neo. Yeah. Who could tell them apart? The worlds apart, these games. Prey by Arcane, Neo from Team Ninja, Destiny 2 from Bungie, Cuphead by Studio MDHR, and Wolfenstein 2 from Machine Games. It's me first, right?
Yep.
What will win and what should win? I think Wolfenstein will win. That's a hot pick. Just because I think the Dorito Pope wants to shun Nazis at his shows. And I think either that or Prey should win. I'm going to just say Prey should win. Because shout out to Arcane. They made some great games. Cheyenne, what do you got for me?
I'll say that Prey should win, but Destiny 2 will win.
I think Wolfenstein 2 should and will win this game.
Oh, it will win.
Righty.
Yeah.
Cheyenne can really, if Horizon and Destiny win the action, adventure, and action game genres, Cheyenne can pick up some big points there.
Picking.
All right, then we're on to everybody's favorite topic, VR.
Can we skip this one?
No, just because I think it's easy points for everybody. Because I think Resident Evil should have.
We should all just go ahead and say that.
No, wait. I think a chance Super Hot could win.
It won't.
I would say it.
It's the closest second, though.
You're gonna say it should?
Yeah, but Resident Evil will. Doesn't.
I think Resident Evil should and will.
Alright, handheld game. Now this category is a little confusing because everything.
Now where do you go with this? Yeah.
Everything on the Switch is a handheld game. So.
Furthermore, who the fuck played any of these?
I've not played.
You want to just skip this one?
Let's just skip this.
All right, we'll throw that out there. We'll just skip it.
I can't make any informed decision.
It's like voting for your local city council.
So it looks like our next category is going to be whatever in the fuck this means. Best ongoing game.
Or are we skipping mobile?
No, we're a mobile game.
We are not doing mobile.
Yeah, I've played 4 of these games. 3 of these.
All right, then you can do the fucking category.
All right, you can lose out on points, you piece of shit.
Fire
Emblem Heroes, Super Mario Run, Old Man's Journey, Monument Valley 2, and Hidden Folks. Monument Valley 2 should and will win.
The fuck?
I think it definitely should win. I think maybe Fire Emblem Heroes?
Fire Emblem Heroes will win.
And David says no game should win because mobile is a travesty.
I can't speak to what should win because I've not played any of these.
Right. I've only played Fire Emblem Heroes, but I know a lot about.
Is this how people feel like at the Oscars voting on things like anime? They're like, I don't know.
Whatever.
There's people that actually care about mobile games. They're like, man, you fucked this
That's
up.
true.
Yeah, that's exactly the dichotomy here.
All right.
Anyways.
What is it now?
Best ongoing game.
Ongoing game
Means that people are still playing
Game
it,
as
even though
service.
Destiny 2 came out, and also neither has Battlegrounds. But anyway, so you got Warframe, Rainbow Six Siege, Overwatch, Grand Theft Auto Online, Destiny 2, and PlayerUnknown's.
Excuse me. How can you be an ongoing game?
It hasn't even come out.
If you aren't even fucking out.
Words are so.
This doesn't make any fucking sense.
David, what should it be?
Where the fuck is LOL here? Where the fuck is like all those fucking esports games? Where's fucking CS:GO? This is bullshit.
What about like WoW?
I don't know. Overwatch.
That's fucking ongoing as shit.
This is stupid.
It is stupid.
This is
Overwatch will win.
all right. It's stupid in who they picked as nominees. It's cool that they are adapting.
I guess
it's very cool that Warframe is in here because shout out to Warframe.
Warframe's fine.
No, good for. I'm just saying, good for Warframe. I hope Warframe wins. They won't, but I hope.
Not gonna.
I think GTA Online will win.
I think that it should win.
I forgot that Cheyenne was a fucking GTA cretin. I forgot about that.
Yeah, she loved it.
That was weird.
I go to the beach a lot.
That was really weird. All right, so you're saying it should and will win, Cheyenne?
No, I'd say GTA should win, but Overwatch will.
Okay. And David, are you should and will with GTA?
I think sure. Yeah. They've put in a lot of content.
All right, so I'm rooting for Warframe. Everybody likes an underdog story.
No, I like Warframe. Yeah. That's cool.
But PUBG should win.
Should?
Yeah. Or will win. Will win.
Okay. Okay.
Now we're on to. Did we skip one? I feel like we skipped one. No, we didn't. All right, my bad. I just wrote those wrong. Games for Impact, this is the SJW category. I know.
Exactly.
Literally, they just should have.
Literally,
you can take it. You can go deride feminism right now, Cheyenne. Do you want to get on your soapbox here?
No,
or should we wait for a different category? Okay.
Okay.
So it's Please Knock on My Door, Night in the Woods, Life is Strange Before the Storm, Bury Me My Love, What Remains of Edith Finch, and Hellblade: Senua's Sacrifice.
I don't know. Hellblade should win.
Okay.
But Edith Finch will win. There. That's correct.
I keep writing Hellblades because my last name is Blades. Well, Cheyenne? Or is it my turn? Night in the Woods should and will win.
That, but then I'm also like, Finch. A lot of people were talking about it.
My favorite part about Night in the Woods is that like a big part of that game is like it's like a Midwestern town that like industrialization is.
Yeah, us living here is like
no is, but then that has been co-opted by a bunch of like fucking alt-right people. Oh. And so like they flock to that game when
oh no,
it's very funny. So yeah, there you go. Cheyenne, what do you think?
God damn it! I'm thinking that fucking Google Hangouts needs to fix their shit.
It's my shit. I know it is.
I think Edith Finch should win, but Hellblade will.
Okay, so you said Edith Finch should.
The opposite of what David
said. Okay. Cool. Do you want to introduce the next one, David?
Yeah. All right. The next category is Best Performance. Melina Juergens for Hellblade. Laura Bailey for Uncharted as Nadine Ross. Sorry, Melina Juergens as Senua. Claudia Black as Chloe Fraser from Uncharted. Brian Bloom for Wolfenstein 2 as BJ Blazkowicz. And Ashley Birch, of course, Horizon Zero Dawn as Aloy. I think Melina Juergens should win for Hellblade. And I think Ashley Birch will win as Aloy. Which is fair, because they're all great.
Honestly, this one's difficult. The only one I don't know is the Wolfenstein 2 guy.
Very cool that there's 4 women nominated here.
Right, this is the only one where there's women.
Also, Melina's awesome. I think she. I really want to play that game because.
You think?
I was gonna say I want to.
She could really be a Trump supporter.
I think she's awesome. No, she's cool. I want to play that. I need to pick it up. It sucks that it's only digital, or else I would have fucking borrowed it. Somebody. But no, great for all these people. They're all really talented, and I'm glad that the strike is over, and hopefully everything goes better. But Cheyenne, what do you think?
I really love. If I'd have to pick.
No, you got to repeat.
You cut out.
Oh, sorry. I love the women's performances. Lost Legacy. If I had to pick who I remember the most, I would say Claudia Black should win. But obviously, I think Ashley Birch is going to win, which is also deserved because she's amazing.
She will win?
Yes.
All right, Ashley Birch will win, and Brian Bloom should win because solely for the fact that fucking BJ is like a real character in that game, and it's fucking mind blowing that they were able to do that, and he's a big part of that. So like Ashley Birch, she did great in Horizon Zero Dawn, and all the other ladies did great in their games, but like none of them were taking characters that like traditionally were like meathead, like fucking who the fuck cared, do bro people, and like gave them like depth and feel and things I really liked about it. Anyway,
great. Okay, up next, audio design.
So you got Destiny 2 by Bungie, Hellblade from Ninja Theory, Resident Evil from Capcom, Super Mario Odyssey by Nintendo, and Breath of the Wild by Nintendo. I think Destiny 2 will win, and I'm not against that. That's not terrible. I really like the. Oh no, I think Hellblade's gonna win. I'm sorry.
Yeah, of course.
Hellblade. Yeah, no, I'm sorry. Hellblade's sweeping the shit.
Yep.
Really?
Yeah. Like everyone praises that game for its insane surround sound and great sound design.
Yeah, absolutely right. My bad. I totally missed.
There's like constantly like voices, just to mimic.
So you're cool with that too, Cheyenne?
No, that's what will win.
All right.
Maybe I'll say Odyssey.
Odyssey should
also.
Dude, I've just given up on trying to spell Odyssey.
It's fine. Just put Mario.
Well, there's like 5 other Mario.
I know,
games.
but you'll know which one it is.
I've written it so many different ways in the spreadsheet. Score/music. Destiny. Or no, who's trying to do it? Cheyenne's turn.
I'll just We got Destiny 2, Cuphead, Nier Automata, Legend of Zelda: Breath of the Wild, Super Mario Odyssey, and Persona 5. So I think Persona 5 should win, but Cuphead probably will win.
Okay.
Listen to this. I think they're a great song in chat. I think Persona 5 should and will win. But Cuphead, it cannot be understated how good that soundtrack is.
I feel like
and how much
that's
effort
just fresher in people's minds right now.
It's for sure.
I think You're saying Persona 5 should and will, or Cuphead should and will?
I'm saying Persona 5 should and probably will.
Okay, cool. I same thing. I really enjoyed that.
So good.
It's incredible.
I'm just like pessimistic. I guess the word I'm looking for. Cynical. That, like,
Actually, hold on. Let me think about this. Should Mario maybe win?
Well, that's why I was gonna say Mario should win for audio design. Not good music, but like overall, its audio is.
Soundtrack isn't as strong.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Like, it's nothing.
It might just be like recency bias too. So maybe
right,
that is.
that's what I'm saying.
Best art direction, David. You can read these.
I mean, is this even a contest?
Go ahead, read them.
Destiny 2, Cuphead, Breath of the Wild, Persona 5, Horizon Zero Dawn.
And what wouldn't?
Cuphead.
Okay.
Cuphead.
All right, Cheyenne.
Oh my god.
If you,
see, I know, Cuphead will win.
I'm gonna fucking.
That's for certain.
Cut you.
But, like, you
Dude,
can't
my butt hurts so bad.
overlook. Same. You can't overlook the art in all of these other games. Like Persona 5's art is awesome.
I just
Horizon
did.
has cool art.
I just did. Look
I'd
at
say Persona should win, but Cuphead
Look.
will.
at Cuphead.
Yes,
just
I know.
Any of it.
Yes,
any of it.
The art, literally, yes.
It
will
is
win.
the
And
fucking game.
It should also win, but Persona 5 should win.
I'm very confused on what your picks are now.
Persona 5 should win.
Okay.
Cuphead absolutely will win.
All right, cool.
Also
All right,
just
Should be unanimous.
all right, yeah, same. Best narrative. What Remains of Edith Finch, Nier Automata, Hellblade, Horizon, and Wolfenstein. I think this is where Nier's gonna get its shine. I think Nier Automata will win this.
But Nier's narrative was derivative and bland.
But I'm like stylizing it, like how they stylize it in the thing. So like, kind of just deal with that, all right? And I think What Remains of Edith Finch should win.
All right.
Cheyenne.
Edith Finch should and will win.
Okay. I don't like David grunting so much at all.
I think Hellblade will win.
Okay.
Probably should. Yeah, we'll go with that.
All right.
Best game direction.
Game direction.
Whatever
So
in the fuck
that
that
means awarded to a game studio for outstanding creative vision and innovation in game direction and design. So you got Wolfenstein 2, Resident Evil 7 Biohazard, The Legend of Zelda Breath of the Wild, Super Mario Odyssey, and Horizon Zero Dawn. I definitely think that Horizon should and will win.
Okie dokie.
Most innovative and unique thing we've seen.
is it?
Of all of these, yes.
No,
Yes.
no.
Look at
It-
the fucking
what does it
thumbnail. Look at
bring-
her.
What does it bring to the table in terms of gameplay mechanics? that's
New
innovative?
design and like a new type of story. Like, where have you seen like something so far in the future where like you talk about people that are living in our time as like the old ones, the ancient ones? Like, that's such a new
Nier.
thing.
You saying Nier's gonna win?
And-
No, Nier did that.
Oh, okay, yeah. Okay, my bad. I was very, very confused.
It's
Anyway,
not that innovative.
What is your
Anyway,
pick? What is your pick?
Whatever.
Breath of the Wild
Just say Zelda, yeah.
should win
And will?
because it innovates in so many ways.
Mm-hmm.
World game.
Dude, so is Horizon.
But
Yeah,
dude,
but,
you
like-
you can
And guess
climb on
what?
stuff.
Where's
Zelda,
the, like,
you can actually go anywhere.
But, like,
Horizon,
you
I
can
tried
climb on stuff.
my fucking way up a fucking mountain by jankily hopping up the side of it and praying
That's
to God.
literally any fucking game.
Except Zelda, because they
No.
fucking did it right. Oh my God, I'm over
You
this.
can climb
Zelda's
on
gonna
stuff,
win.
Cheyenne. Like, it's the greatest, man. It's great.
Dude, stasis. Fucking, have you seen the fucking speedruns? How they fucking
It's
manipulate the
great,
mechanics?
Man. You can climb
Fuck
on
off.
stuff. It's fantastic. Who doesn't?
What's
love
What's
it?
your fucking pick, Charles?
You see something out in the distance, man, with your binoculars, man. Then you can just go to it, bro. It's fucking. Oh my
Horizon
God.
is just fucking Far Cry with robots.
Oh my
Okay.
God, you can see stuff with your binoculars. You get a little twinkle out there, and it's not tinkle, dude. It's a little twinkle, dude. And you fucking go out there, and oh my God, there's another shrine, dude. Oh my god.
What's your pick, Charles?
You can climb on everything except these walls. Except these walls that you can't climb on. Except those. Forget those. Those walls, I don't know why, but you can't climb on them, man. But you can see stuff out in the distance, man. Oh,
What's
man,
your pick?
It's so great.
What's your pick?
I think Zelda will win.
Fucking kill yourself.
Just because everybody likes to have a circle jerk over it. But I think Horizon should win, or maybe I think Horizon should win simply for the fact that it's game direction. This is their first open world game. That's Guerrilla's first open world game, and that's like very impressive. I think they're building a whole new IP, a whole new like everything from scratch, and that game was so fantastic.
Yeah, like that's kind of what I meant by like innovative. Like it's something completely new.
Anyway, all right, here's the big one: Game of the Year: The Legend of Zelda: Breath of the Wild, Super Mario Odyssey, PlayerUnknown's Battlegrounds, Persona 5, and Horizon Zero Dawn. David, what are we thinking?
Zelda should and will win.
All right. Cheyenne?
See, I can only go with my own personal preferences. Me, Persona 5 and Horizon are like my favorite games this year. I'll say that Persona 5 should win and Horizon, but it could.
All right. Zelda will win, and PlayerUnknown's Battlegrounds should win. Absolutely. And now we can talk about it. We can talk about this elephant in the room that is PlayerUnknown's Battlegrounds is in early access.
Hasn't come out.
And you guys are all fucking trash for saying that it shouldn't fucking count. You're all salty. None of you are eating chicken dinners. You're all fucking garbage. So why?
I have a chicken.
Yeah, you got it with me. I carried you to that motherfucker, David.
Oh,
You're welcome. All right. So why should it win? Why shouldn't this happen?
Well, here's the thing.
Mm-hmm.
The game isn't out.
What does out mean?
This is the problem.
Released.
This is the fucking problem.
I can buy it. I can spend money on it.
1.0, motherfucker. Released. Not in beta, not in alpha, not in early access. Out. Released. 1.0. We've finished the game. It's out.
I can spend money on it. Isn't that the same?
See, you are for blurring the lines between released and
it's dumb as fuck. Why is there this fucking arbitrary line? Like fucking
Why didn't they just wait to release it until it was finished? Why is early access?
Well, no, there's early access
for like big games like that.
Fucking, alright, to be fair, it wasn't a big game when it first came out. Like, it was not this.
I guess.
No,
I mean, just like, I don't know.
Alright, Destiny's in a bunch of these categories, right?
Mm-hmm.
Destiny is gonna change in a month. What's the difference? Like, your guys' problem with PlayerUnknown's Battlegrounds is that it's not finished and they're going to add more stuff.
My problem with PlayerUnknown's Battlegrounds is that it's a buggy, fucking broken mess right now.
Alright, but that has nothing to do... Alright, so take away that. Should it not...
Take away its biggest flaws.
Well, no,
I will not.
I'm saying, like, in theory, like, say it was an early access game and it didn't have any of that. Should it still not be able to be player or game of the year?
I'm sorry, if it was in early access and it was very polished and worked well?
Yes.
Sure, it can be in game of the year.
Okay, so your problem with it is the quality.
Yes, I'm mostly kidding when I say it's not out. I don't actually give. The game is just broken. It's not finished. It's incomplete. You can tell it's early access. So why would you, if I was PlayerUnknown Battleground, if I was Bluehole or whoever the fuck, if I was Brennan Green himself, why would you want your game to be in this category this year when it's unfinished instead of when it is released and has a much better chance at winning?
Number one, winning doesn't matter, I don't think.
No, but why? So should every early access game from now on, if it's big enough, have a shot in Game of the Year, even though its finished product will look possibly much better and much more complete and maybe would have won that year if it was finished?
Well, by that definition...
Are we always going to gimp games in their categorical Game of the Year or whatever we're rating them in just because... We can?
Well, then when the first Destiny came out in 2014, that game wasn't that good. But when the Taken King came out a year later, it was great. So did we gimp Destiny the first year it was out? By that logic?
I guess so.
Like, yeah. This is the way games work now. And if you can pay money for a game, that is when it came out. That point blank. If you can pay money for something, then it is out.
So you can vote for games in Kickstarter with...
You're not paying money for a game. That's different.
All right.
Like I can pre-order Red Dead right now.
You have a good point. It's just like, yeah, the game should win because it's not the best game this year.
I think if you want to have a qualitative argument, I'm willing to have that argument. I still think it should win. To be fair.
Why?
Because it is the most inventive and
Wrong.
It is 100%.
This game has been done like 3 times before it.
Not to this level, not to this scale, and not to this like
no,
size
it has
of a community.
To this scale.
No, it hasn't.
There is a fucking game called The Culling. There is a fucking game called King of the Kill.
I'm saying like scale.
H1Z1.
I'm saying scale of people like caring about it. No one cares about it.
Okay, because it's popular.
A lot
it's
of people
good.
were playing The Culling, and
we're 18 million people playing The Culling. No.
So it's popular, so it's good. Is your argument?
No, that is not my argument. It has changed the way we are gonna view a genre of games. Point like that. The genre now is the PUBG genre. It invented for all.
Trump is gonna change the way we view the U.S. presidency.
That's not. No, that's. I mean, he is, but that's not.
He is the best.
I didn't say he's the best. I said he's gonna change the way.
You're saying its influence makes it.
Yes.
But that's not the category.
The category is game of the year. That's fucking this nebulous term anyway.
Game of the year.
And I think I rate influence more than anything above that. There's so many albums that fucking are just like people banging on pots and pans that spurred on fucking people to make fantastic albums. You know what I'm saying? And that's why they're given their credit. And I think PUBG is that. You're literally, you can have a pot and a pan in that game. that is why it is so. I think it should be recognized. And I really hope it wins. Good. I really hope it wins.
Oh, Breath of the Wild will.
Breath of the Wild will, because everybody circle jerks over Zelda, and Zelda's not that good. Zelda's not that good.
It didn't appeal to you, so it's not good.
Yes, that is how opinions work.
Fuck yourself.
Zelda is not that good. But yeah, that is my whole take on PUBG. And what I think about it. I don't know. Are you guys still there?
Yeah, hello?
Oh, my bad. My ear just popped and I fucking thought everything was gone.
Yeah, we left.
It was so scary. But yeah, I think PUBG should win, and I hope it does. It would be so good just to see the salt on everybody who doesn't think it should. Yeah. But that has been our show. An hour and 45 minutes.
Yeah.
Later. I thought we were high energy this podcast. We were worried about not being high energy this podcast. Yeah. We got there. Also, I forgot to. All right, go to the indie game one. Who do we say we were? I didn't write that down.
I said Hollow Knight should win, but Cuphead will win.
That was the.
No, that wasn't that one. That was.
Yeah,
first
what were the?
Indie, I gotta find it. Yeah. Hold on. I'm sorry about all this. Vamp.
Quick, fill the air. It's okay.
Just don't talk about it. Where the fuck is it at? I gotta find
Game Awards are trash. Is that what you want me to say?
Yeah. Oh, but when you were talking about the Black Friday deals, the PS4 is going to be on sale for $200.
Oh, is that a good deal?
That's cool.
All right, here we go. I got it. It is Pyre, Night in the Woods, Cuphead, Edith Finch, and Hellblade.
I said Pyre should win and Cuphead will.
Okay.
Cuphead should and will.
Hellblades, god damn it. Cuphead shouldn't or will. Hellblade will win. What should is Edith Finch. Yeah, Edith Finch should. Hellblade will, Edith Finch should. And that has been our show, the Current Gaming Podcast, episode number 28, right? Yeah, I said it earlier.
I guess so.
I'm just making these numbers up.
27.
Yeah, it was a big time in our lives. But yeah, my name is Charles Wade. You can find me on Twitter at Charles Tilla. Cheyenne, where can people find you?
I am on Twitter at Poopflowers.
And David, you've had a great picture the whole time since your thing cut out. Cheyenne has been every 5 minutes just coming back.
Yeah,
it's fantastic. I've been doing another reason I was having trouble writing was I had to take a note every time Cheyenne's thing cut off so I could figure it out when I edit it later.
Okay.
And David's just had this terrible picture that I'm gonna put up there. So.
Oh, is it the one with his glasses on the back of his head because he had that last
No, not that picture.
Oh,
it's the... I don't know. Which one should I do? I should do the one with him looking back on the rocks. I like that picture.
Huh? Oh,
No.
no, don't do that one.
Send me a picture. Send me everybody out there. Send me your favorite pictures of David.
Okay.
There's some pretty bad ones out there.
I'll send you a good one.
Yeah, send me a good picture of David, and I'll put it on there. Preferable if it's in landscape mode.
Okay.
So yeah, that has been our show. David, where can people find you?
My guy Dave on Twitter.
And is that it?
That's
all
it. 3 of us, yeah.
Oh, damn it, the sound's off again. Fuck. Bye.